Hello again, everyone. The other evening, we went out for dinner with two other couples, friends of ours, to celebrate a couple of birthdays. And there was a little exchanging of gifts and stuff like this. And one of the cards which appeared just really made me chortle. And I thought, I can do this. I can do this card. I've copied some sort of sentiments of cards before, but this time I thought I can do this really easy, and it involves an owl. So these are my owls from Gummiapan. They're matching dies and stamps, and I thought one of these is going to be perfect for my purposes, and I'll show you what I've done. I've done the front panel, did it on a computer, just two small boxes, and it was finished. Here it is. It says, bugger off. And the underneath explanation is Irritable Owl Syndrome. I was a bit iffy about putting this on, have to say, but I thought go for it. The actual card that I saw had got it on, so if they can do it, I thought so can I. So what I thought was I could put a bit of a branch across here like this, and one of these owls can be sitting on the branch and the words are coming from him. So looking at them, you can probably tell which one I chose by the positioning, but it was actually him. He's the one I thought he could kind of perch on this bit of twig, and he can be the one with the irritable owl syndrome. So all I'm going to do is, as I've made my card, this was the offcut, that was from a different sheet, so I'm going to stamp him onto here and colour him, then cut him out, cut out a branch, colour that, and we will be done, says she. Right, there's my owl. I don't know if I've used him. He doesn't look like he's been inked, does he? Anyway, let's get us a block. Here's one. He won't stick without some little help, so I'm going to give him a bit of glue stick. There we go. Onto my block. Let's get him standing nice and straight. Okay. I think I'll do VersaFine or VersaFine Clair and clear embossing. I've kind of got into the way. I quite like the shiny finish. Touch of the Simon Hurley's, isn't it, really? So let's just do this. And stamp. I probably should have put this onto my mouse mat to get a bit more sponginess, but we'll see. No, he's absolutely fine. So let's pop him into here, and then I will heat set him. There we go. Yes, I'm sure he's covered. I often do this, this embossing from time to time, but recently I've kind of liked the look of the shine of the line. Here we go. Okie doke. And I'm going to colour him before I die cut him, so I've got something to grab hold of. I've got a few colours of Nouveau markers out here. Ginger peach, ancient fossil, and rich walnut. I'm going to do the bit around his eyes with this ginger peach. I don't really know what colour owls are, but we will just go with the flow. Now, we had a very nice meal the other evening at a restaurant I'd not heard of before. It's called the Banana Leaf. And it was a kind of fusion sort of restaurant, the Singapore type, a mix of Indian and Oriental and Asian, shall we say. There we go. Now a little extra over colouring will just add a little bit more depth to the colour. Won't dry out quite so sort of lined as that, but there we go. Right, I'm just going to put in the dark bits now, just down the middle of the feathers. And of course, you know, I'm going over the top of the line. It shouldn't matter too much at all with this. Just down the middle of the feathers, dark a bit, and then I'll fill in with the ancient fossil. Sounds like me. There we go. On this side. Okay. Let's try the ancient fossil now. There we are. It is just, it's a lovely match actually, just a tad lighter. I'm going all over everything so that what I did before will be, the edge of it will be blended with this one. It's a general idea anyway. I'm going to use a little bit of this one just to border the outside of the bit around his eyes, just to give that a bit of shade, I think. I think I may try and find a lighter one than this again. Just a little bit around here. Just, oh, I need to do a bit of that. That should have been like this, shouldn't it, really? I'll do that in a mo. Just put a bit of this around the edge, odd places. Be a bit darker under there. A bit around here. Okay, just let me do that top of his head. I'll just, this bit's supposed to be dark here. And then I'll do the rest of that bit there. There we go. Yeah. Now I want one just a bit lighter than this. Stonehenge, this is the one I want, I think. There we go. Yes, that's the one. Just a bit lighter than the fossilised, whatever it shows. What was it? Ancient fossil. Goes really nicely with this. If you don't have a lot of spare cash and you would like some markers, these Nouveau ones are really, you know, a good option. There's not so many in the set, so the outlay is not as intense as for the Ohuhus. They are lovely, mind you, but from time to time, using these ones, I think, is really nice. So I want to keep using them so they don't just dry up. There you go, let's get that blended in. And I'm going to do the bit down the middle between his wings in this shade as well. This bit. So I'll do the ancient fossil first and then blend this one. This is going to be just slightly lighter than his feathers, his wings rather. There we go. And we just want a slightly different coloured beak. I'm not sure what we're going to do for the beak. There we go. We'll have a dark brown beak. There we go. I think I'll put just a little bit of jelly roll on that, just to give it a lighter, well, a highlight really. Right, I'm going to just chop a bit of this off because I don't want to be wielding a great huge piece. So let's bring my mat over here. And I'll tape this so that we get it in the right position. Here he is. Bless him. It's cute, isn't he? Let's see what he looks like over here. So we need a branch for him to sit on. Let's cut one of these out and then we'll colour it. Here's my branch. This is a memory box one, I think. So we'll colour this, I think, with the same brown as we had for the deep brown of the owl. There we are. I think that's fine. I did wonder about putting some kind of bits of green on, just to make it look sort of a bit of mossy sort of kind of thing. Don't know what the kind of green I want there. So let's just try a bit of this. It doesn't really show much, but it'll just vary the colour a little bit, I think. Okay. Let's see where he's going to go. It's so silly. So silly. That's going to be fine. So I'll stick this on. What kind of glue shall I? I'll use this, I think. Start this end. It's not all going to be on. Just take that over the edge and then I can chop it off. There we go. It's a lovely branch, isn't it? It's just so undulating. Absolutely love it. There we go. Now for the owl. I think, I like the shine on him. I think I'm going to pop him onto foam tape. I think he'll be fine on foam tape. Right. Here it is. These rails are so huge. It's difficult to work with them at my desk while I'm filming. But we kind of get there, don't we? There he is. I think he'll be fine. Okie dokie. Take off the backing. This honestly is so quick to do. It's just one die, stamped, coloured, well, one image, shall I say, stamped, coloured and die cut. A quick thing on the computer, just, this is a call out. This is Word 2013 I used. went to the computer with this, put it in front of the screen, because I've got the screen set. It's exactly the same size as the paper it's going to be cut from or printed onto. And there we go. All I need to do is to pop that onto there, and it's done. Goodness, short and sweet. And there it is. I do hope no one is offended by the language, but it makes me smile. When I first started teaching, this was my old headmistress's favourite word when things went wrong. Obviously out of the earshot of the children, but it used to make me laugh. Anyway, have a lovely day. Come back and see me very soon, and thanks so much for all your comments and thumbs ups and all that kind of stuff. It really means a lot.